I think that the Brexit Party learned a lot from the Five Star. They went to Milan in the general headquarters of Casaleggio Associati, which is the web company which is running the data and the web platform of the Five Star movement. And they went there in January 2015. And they went there with Nigel Farage, Raheem Kassam, which was the chief of Breitbart London, and with Liz Vilney, who was the CEO of Live.eu, and they went. They told us they went there to sort of carbon copy the Five Star movement engagement framework. And this is weird because Vilney told that it was that meeting in Milan at Casaleggio Associati that started the campaign for the Brexit referendum. It was 1 year before the referendum, and it was he sorted the seeds of the campaign in the UK. So they are very keen regarding the engagement and the online structure. And the difference is that the Italian party is not involved in any stealing or potential stealing of data, because they got the data with the consent of the subscriber first, and then possibly with the consent of the member of parliament of the Five Star. Many of them was asked to hand over the password of their profiles of Facebook, and this is very weird because it's much more cleverer than Cambridge Analytica exploitation of data. They didn't need to steal anything. Yes, yeah. Sort of a mix of Machiavellism and techno-utopianism, which was typical of Gianroberto Casaleggio, the real founder. Beppe Grillo has been just the Farage, the frontman of the Five Star. I think that there is no backman. There is a lot of different interests in the raising up of the Five Stars, not just Italian interests. I think also interest from abroad. Gianroberto has been historically very well connected to the UK. He started his experiment on the networks in a web company in the late 90s, which was a joint venture between an Italian company and a British company of the universe of Logica Telecommunications. So, and in recent years, the Five Star became the more and more in their foreign policy. It became the more and more pro-Russia, and they, out of the blue, in 2014, they started to embrace a very strong pro-Russian narrative, pro-Kremlin narrative over Ukraine, over Crimea, over lifting the sanctions, and this is weird, because they started pretending we are direct democracy, we are participation from bottom up, and we are it's incredible how they became the more and more akin to the narrative of Moscow, and incredible, and for a certain way, very, very, very difficult to understand. They met a lot of times with those years with Putin's emissaries, and they had a lot of talk, geopolitical talk, with the Russians. And if you look at the European Parliament where we are, every time the Assembly vote over Russia, the last time, I think it was 20 days ago, the Five Stars, it's weird, they vote always together with the Lega and strongly pro-Russian, against, in the last case, against the resolution which wanted to establish a new commission over the foreign meddling of Russia in Europe. What's interesting is also some sort of American presence in the relationship with the Five Star, because it is very clear, it is crystal clear, the relationship between some parts of the Trump entourage, not just Steve Bannon, but also Ted Malloch, who is an American professor based in London, who is subject of interest in the report Mueller. And it is clear the relationship with the Lega. What was more surprising and astonishing was that Steve Bannon sorted out in the last 2 years in Italy, after the general election of March 2018, also in the universe of the Five Stars. We at La Stampa, together with Wired, revealed that Steve Bannon met also with Davide Casaleggio, who is the son of Gian Roberto, the founder of the Five Star. They met in June 2018, just in the days in which the new government between Lega and Five Star was forming and was halting at the Quirinale in Italy. And then possibly Bannon met also in September with well, of course, Giorgia Meloni, who is the leader of the far-rightist party in Italy, but also with Luigi Di Maio, who is the political chief of the Five Star, according to a scoop of Politico Europe. So why did Steve Bannon take so much interest also in the Five Star? He responded that the Five Star and the Liga were an experiment. It's chilling because he used the exact word of my book, the experiment. But in any case, Bannon told it's an experiment that if it works, it will change global politics. We have to admit that it didn't work for now, but I think that it will be a long story and it's not finished. Yes, for sure. I think that the two of them, the Brexit Party and the Five Stars, they are just mere tool. If you look at when Nigel Farage tells we separated from UKIP because they were becoming the more and more rightist, and we are not rightist nor leftist. It is the exact same words of Gianroberto Casaleggio for the Five Star. They try to make a carbon copy. Aaron Banks told we are the carbon copy of the Five Star. Really, of course they pretend not to be rightist and not to be leftist, but in fact I think that when people say that, usually they end up right or far right. I don't think we are in a position to give lessons to anyone, because I think that this is the first time in recent political history that the UK overcame Italy in politically craziness, in politically madness. But I think that this is a very, very shared story and common destiny. I think that never in the recent European history the UK and Italy have been so close, not just as political contents, but as a form of manipulating the public opinion and sowing division, hate and fear. And I think that the exploitation of that has been very, very, very similar in UK and in Italy, not just in Leave.eu, I think also in Vote Leave.